Great. We're live again. Hello, everyone. It's been a while since we're actually live on YouTube Live. How has everybody been? It is already February the 2nd here in the States and 3rd in Korea. January, I think, went really fast, but I think nobody really waited. Felt sad that January was over, seems like, on social media at least. So yeah, so it's already February of 2020. And we will be talking about the 5th week of January's weekly chart today. Obviously, top 10 albums. A lot of new cool albums came out in the last week too, so we get to talk about them as well. Hello. Hello. Yeah, I'm actually on the dot today, so I'll probably give a couple of minutes for other people to join in. Yeah, I think I just got back to the East Coast. Still trying to get used to the weather here, but yeah, LA and I guess San Francisco, San Jose area was really warm. Seattle, typical rain, but traveling around was fun, but no place like home, right? Hello? Okay. Just trying to adjust this a little bit. Okay. So I suppose we'll get started. Hello, everyone. We will announce the world's one and only real-time chart, Hanto Chart's weekly physical album chart, starting now. This is your host, Joe, as usual. And if you're curious about K-pop album sales, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. And we will go ahead and start to take a look at the 5th week of January's weekly album chart rankings by Hanto Chart. As usual, we'll start with the 10th place. 10th place this week, was taken by BTS's Map of the Soul Persona. That was sold 1,718 copies. I guess it was yesterday, I believe, they released the sort of family photo, they call it, but like a group photo of all the artists that belong to Big Hit Entertainment, celebrating their 15th year anniversary of the company's founding. And I think I saw a couple of hashtags that trended around Twitter, just talking about this family photo, how adorable it is. Definitely, I think the new edition is TXT, Tomorrow by Together, babies, along with the other BTS and Leehan of Big Hit Entertainment. So that was really cute and adorable. See that somebody saw that photo as well. And actually, the trailer for Ego, for the new album that's upcoming, Map of the Soul, not Map of the Soul, 7 for BTS, just came out like literally an hour ago, and I did give it a quick look, and it was amazing. I think the song and the music video really fit well of J-Hope. So I'm very looking forward to the album as well. So that was in the 10th place, BTS Map of the Soul Persona. That was sold 1,718 copies in the 5th week of January. Moving on to the 9th place. 9th place of Hanto Chart's weekly physical album chart of 5th week of January was taken by Taeyeon's Purpose, the repackaged album that was sold 2,279 copies in the last week. Yes, she was supposed to have a Singapore leg of her concert on the 1st of this month, but due to the Wuhan pneumonia, the coronavirus, she postponed the concert indefinitely for now. But hopefully we can see her performing in various countries very soon again. But yeah, we've been seeing this album constantly on the chart and still doing well. So great. And that was ninth place, Taeyeon's Purpose, the repackaged album that was sold 2,279 copies in the last week. Great. And moving on. Oh, somebody's saying so scared of that virus. Yeah, I think everybody's either postponing their like open schedules or like taking extra cautions to make sure that nobody gets sick during their concert/event or showcase. So it's good that everybody's being careful and please don't get sick. Yeah, moving on to the eighth place. Eighth place of the fifth week of January was taken by Red Velvet, the Reed Festival finale that was sold 2,794 copies. And as you all know, Wendy was injured and was taking a break from the promotions, but she recently shared her health status through the comedian Kim Shin-young, and she says she's doing well, but she also sent a letter and gift to the staff to make sure that she's appreciative of all the things that the staff members are doing. So that's good. Good to know that she is doing well, and hope to see her back on stage soon and see all 5 members of Red Velvet on the stage performing. So yes, that was 8th place, Red Velvet's The Reed Festival finale that was sold 2,794 copies. That's good. And yeah, so far that was up to 8th place in Hanteo Chart's 5th week of January physical album chart. And this weekly physical album chart is based on the real-time data that was collected from all over the world. So if you do buy the albums of your favorite artists, it would definitely count towards Hanteo Chart's weekly physical album chart. Great, and moving on to the 7th place. 7th place of Hanteo Chart's weekly physical album chart of 5th week of January was taken by Kim Dong-won, and his mini album Lur, L-E-R, was sold 2,814 copies in the last week. This is his solo album, like we said last week. This is his solo album after 2 years, and the title track is called Red Shoes, and basically I think there are 4 tracks in this mini album, and all the tracks were self-composed and produced by Kim Dong-won himself. So definitely give it a listen. The album concepts are really cool, like I said last week as well. So definitely check it out. And yes, that was in 7th place, Kim Dong-won's Lure mini album that was sold 2,814 copies in the 5th week of January. Okay, so we're up to 6th place now. 6th place of the 5th week of January's weekly album chart was taken by Very 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 Very's. The 3rd mini album, Face Me, was sold 5,779 copies in the last week. And they recently, I think it was 2 days ago, released this music video teaser of the B-side track Paradise, and it is called DIY music video. So I'm assuming it's their self-produced album or music video. And I actually gave it a watch. It's like literally less than a minute, so I totally recommend you watching it as well. But it's basically Very Very members' everyday life. I think a little bit of dancing, a little bit of singing here and there is really cute. So definitely give it a watch. But like their whole Very Very's concept is like creative idols. So they create their own music performance, but also video content as well. So I think this DIY music video would be yet another opportunity of them showing their creativeness. So very excited for that. Hopefully it comes out soon. And then that was in 6th place, Very Very's the 3rd mini album, Face Me, that was sold 5,000 779 copies in the 5th week of January. Yes, they are so cute. I think they're like such babies. I think that's, I don't know. Like I try to spare those days whenever I can because they grow up and you don't get to see them being that cute anymore. So definitely savor those days. Um, Yes. So yeah, this weekly physical album chart is presented by Hunter Chart, which is the world's one and only real-time uh, album data chart, and we are already up to the 5th place. 5th place of Hunter Chart's 5th week of January's weekly physical album chart was taken by Golden Child. Golden Child's Without You, the first repackaged album, was sold 8,953 copies in the last week. And speaking of babies, I still remember how Golden Child was such babies in like a couple of years ago. But with this album, the title track is also called Without You. And the previous album's title track, Wannabe, I think is a totally different concept compared to the ones that they've shown before, which is more sort of a grown-up, sort of a sexy vibe. But definitely this title track, Without You, is even more so than Wannabe. And especially if you watch the music video, there's a lot of those faces and red lights and like lying down and all that. So definitely check it out. It's very cool. It's great to see how artists can grow up and change their concept and still be successful on the 5th place of the weekly album chart. So amazing. Speaking of growing up, and it's actually one of the members, G-Bum's birthday, or Baby Tiger's birthday. It is his 22nd birthday, so happy birthday. Yeah, so now they can be sexy, like someone's saying on the comments in the chat. And someone is Bowman's fan. Bowman's still a baby. I think he definitely grew up. But there you go. So that was in 5th place, Golden Child's Without You. The first repackaged album was sold 8,953 copies in the 5th week of January. Moving on to the 4th place. 4th place of Hunter Chart's weekly physical album chart of 5th week of January was taken by SF9. SF9's first collection was sold, 15,295 copies in the last week. Yes, SF9 claimed their 3rd win in the music show, and I think their first win was like literally their first win ever with this promotion, and it's really good to see that they are getting the wins that they definitely deserve. And the album also reached their broke their album sales record of previous record as well. So definitely going up on their career, SF9. And they just wrapped up their promotion with the title track Good Guy as well. So 3 wins, amazing. And one of the members, Jaeyoon of SF9, appeared in Masked Singer recently. He was wearing this mask of a station, the Hapjeong station in Korea. And even though he was eliminated after the 2nd round, but he did get to perform his solo stage of Jung Seung-hwan's stage, and it's the original song, and also the cover is a very great mellow song. So definitely check it out if you haven't yet. Someone's saying they love their concept. Yeah, I think SF9 definitely went through several rounds of different concepts. I think this one really fit them well. So no surprise of 3 different wins from the music shows as well. So yeah, that was in 4th place, SF9. SF9's first collection album was sold 15,295 copies in the 5th week of January. We're already up to Third place of Hunter Chart's physical album chart of, or weekly physical album chart of fifth week of January was taken by ATEEZ. ATEEZ's Treasure Epilogue Action to Answer was sold 20,470 copies in the last week. And given that it's February, we do have some monthly chart data of from Hunter Chart of January, and they actually placed first in the global chart, which is basically built by all the fans all over the world. So you can definitely see how ATEEZ is very popular worldwide, and also the second place in the monthly physical album chart as well. So very amazing record for, I guess, a group that's been only around like barely, I guess, a year and barely 2 years. So, and also it's doing very well in the weekly chart as well, the third place of fifth week of January. And I guess today was also their last day of promoting with their title track Answer, like SF9. And yesterday, was it yesterday or I guess 2 days ago, depending on which time zone you're living in, but one of the members, Hongjung, was appearing on Music Core as a special MC along with SF9's Chanhee and Gugudan's Minna. So that was really cute as well. I hope to see more members doing, extra promotions. Not that they're already busy, not busy, but doing more activities would be cool too. I think a lot of ATEEZ would like that as well. Someone's saying he's so adorable, good MC. He definitely, I think he has a lot of already good skills as, leading up the conversation or shows, being the leader of the group. So amazing. Somebody's asking, did you check the win stage? Yes, I did. I don't know how it's possible. I personally, my initial reaction was, I thought you guys were gonna show this at the concert, not on the music show, and don't spoil this for me. But obviously, I couldn't resist to watch it, and yeah, definitely check it out. I don't know, I can go on and on about it, so I'm not gonna go on and on about it. It was crazy. Yeah, I can't wait to see that in with my own eyes, so I'll definitely share how that was next week, hopefully. Yeah, and that was in third place, ATEEZ's Treasure Epilogue Action to Answer. That was sold 20,470 copies in the fifth week of January. Hello from Brazil. Hello. Good to see you. Good to meet you. Yeah, we're up to the third place of Hunter Chart's weekly physical album chart of fifth week of January. And as I always say, Hunter Chart is the world's one and only real-time chart, and based on the album sales from all over the world. So if you're from Brazil, Korea, here in the US, anywhere you're buying the album contributes to this chart. So keep going on supporting your favorite artists. Great. And the second place now already of Hunter Chart's weekly physical album chart of fifth week of January was taken by Sex Kiss, and their first, not first, what am I talking about? Their All For You, I believe it's something ninth or something, but don't quote me on that. But All For You is the title of the album. That was sold 31,816 copies in the last week. I'm sure some of you might have heard of Sex Kiss. Probably a lot of the fans, global, worldwide fans, have not. But Sex Kiss was a group that was very popular in the late 1990s. And they're basically the top two boy groups back in the day. And they promoted about I believe 3 years and then disbanded. And they were reunited in 2016, but this is their first officially released album after their four-member, system. So the title track of this album is also called All For You, and if you give it a listen, I think it's really like an embodiment of that classic K-pop vibe. So definitely give it a listen, just to get a sense of how K-pop was back in the day, and like who are these guys who were so popular in the 90s. And somebody saying, yeah, knows In Ji-won. I think definitely he appears in a lot of the variety shows, so you would probably know him by, that funny little guy in the show. But yes, he was in fact a K-pop idol, if you did not know. And yes, they are with YG now. Yeah, they used to be with the Daesung, I think, Entertainment, which is now DSP, basically media. But yes, they are with YG Entertainment now. Yes, we will be talking about albums basically every week, about the top 10 albums that are on the weekly album chart of Hanta Charts. So it'll be, the albums that the fans all over the world gave a lot of support and love in the last week. So yes, that is this video and live streaming. And we're only left with the first place of Hanta Charts. 5th week of January's weekly physical album chart was taken by Super Junior. Super Junior's Timeless, the 9th repackaged album, was sold 74,130 copies in the last week. That's amazing. I think there are a few artists who we always see like amazing record, and I think Super Junior is definitely one of them. 74,130 copies in just a single week. And their title track of this album is called, I think you have to read it as E-I-E-I-O, like 2 in Korean and Z. And it is a very trendy, exciting song. Like pretty much all the Super Junior's tracks are like that, a very exciting song. And I think there is a promise out there, like if you reach the 7 million views, and they're going to release the performance video of this title track. So definitely, if you're an elf, just lay around, go out and stream the music video of E-I-E-I-O. And unfortunately, because of yet again Wuhan pneumonia and coronavirus, they had to do their comeback show as a sort of like a private event. But they also donated 10,000 masks in order to prevent the coronavirus from spreading, or people getting infected. So that's very good to know as well. If you didn't watch the music video yet, you definitely should. It's a really fun video, and also the music. I think it's not like as explosively exciting as any other Super Junior's track, but I think this really fits well with, just the whole trendy music scene, and also sort of like a more mellowy side of the winner as well. It's exciting. And also the 3rd is Kyuhyun's birthday. So happy birthday, Kyuhyun. And that was first place, taken by Super Junior, Timeless, the 9th repackaged album that was sold 74,130 copies in the 5th week of January. That was the top 10 albums. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to this live streaming, and we usually just go from the top to bottom just to re-announce everybody and celebrate their achievements. So here we go. Like we said, Hanta Charts, weekly physical album charts of 5th week of January. The first place was taken by Super Junior, Timeless, the 9th repackaged album that was sold 74,130 copies. And second place, Sex Kiss, All For You, was sold 31,816 copies. And third place was taken by AT's Treasure Epilogue Action to Answer, that was sold 20,470 copies. Fourth place was taken by SF9 First Collection, 15,295 copies sold. And fifth place was taken by Golden Child, Without You, the first repackaged album that was sold 8,953 copies. Sixth place was Very Very Face Me, the third mini album, was sold 5,779 copies. And Seventh place was taken by Kim Dong-won, Lure the Mini Album, that was sold 2,814 copies. Eighth place was Red Velvet, the Re-Festival Finale, 2,794 copies. And ninth place was taken by Taeyeon's Purpose Repackaged Album. It was sold 2,279 copies. And last not least, 10th place, BTS South of Seoul Persona was sold 1,718 copies. Everybody, congratulations. Yes, so yeah, this was it for the Hanto Chart's 5th week of January's weekly physical album chart. And if you're curious how many new albums will be counted during the upcoming week, definitely check out the weekly physical album chart that was announced today from WhosFan app. And don't forget to check out the real-time and daily chart as well. There's also Star Chart that you can help contribute and make sure that your favorite and supporting artists can be ranked on the Star Chart there as well. And also, as usual, please subscribe to WhosfanTV and like this video as well, because we will continue to report on the weekly charts and other happenings in the K-pop world, and probably talk a lot about the concert as well, because I will be attending a lot of concerts. So, yeah, that was it for today. And yeah, hopefully we will be back with the first week of February. It'll be next week with the weekly physical album chart announcements. And thank you for watching. And this was your host, Jo. Hopefully everybody have a great week, and see you next week. Thank you and goodbye.